Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today we're going to talk about Ethereum. The battle for 2500 continues. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below. Let's go ahead and jump in. So naturally, you're probably wondering, why does the bear look so friendly in the thumbnail? And you might go to sleep wondering about this. Well, as I've always said, we're at the stage of the market cycle that the bears, in my opinion, are still the friendly neighborhood bears. They're not like the angry grizzly bears that are about to take crypto down 85% or something, but they're friendly neighborhood bears that could send us down. They could send us down a hill for a while running, but that doesn't mean we can't come storming back up it in the not so distant future. So the bulls versus the bears at $2,500. We're currently at $2,508, and so we're just flirting with that line. If we look at the 1 hour time frame and we draw our line in the sand at $2,500, you can see the battle taking place. And what's cool is it's doing it somewhat at a relatively quiet time. Okay, seems like the market is relatively cool. Obviously, there are some cryptocurrencies moving. We don't want to discount that, but the battle for 2500 continues. Okay, if we take a pragmatic look at the market, if we take a very pragmatic look at the market, we're going to zoom out here to the daily time frame. What do we notice? Well, the first thing we notice is that we just hit the highest daily close that Ethereum has ever seen. And where did it close at? Well, it closed at 25.36. The prior highest close was at a more modest 25.17. So despite the fact that some people might be slightly bearish on Ethereum because it's not currently at $2,600, we also have to recognize that this was just a wick, and we did not hold it very long. These are daily candles, and we are slowly but surely moving back up, and this is exactly what we want to see. Okay, so we take a look at the weekly chart, again, and you have to ask yourself, what correction? Okay, what correction? Yes, we went to $2,600, but I mean, if you look at these candles, it's just the same thing. We're just generally slowly moving up. We never said the move by Ethereum to a modest 3K would be easy. We never claimed it would be easy. It was always going to be hard. Okay, I mean, the move to 4K eventually, into 5K, to 6K, 7K, and on up, it's going to be a long journey. They're going to be difficult moves to make. Okay, we know this, and this is what we've signed up for. When you zoom out, it makes things look a lot clearer. When you zoom in, it can make things seem a lot more scary if you're not used to how these markets can behave. Remember, for those who are completely unaware, the last market cycle was home to a modest 280,000% move up. Actually, yeah, 283,000% move up or so over the span of 819 days. Here, we're only up about 3,000% over 875 days. So the reason why I think this is important is not to say that we're going to see the same type of return we saw last market cycle, but to realize that gains of 3,000% might seem ridiculous, but in the grand scheme of what Ethereum has been able to accomplish in the past, it's really not that far-fetched, okay? And this is why I think taking a step back and looking at the entire cycle is a lot more useful than zooming in on any particular day and seeing a major wick down. And regardless, I think that it's always good to take a step back. Now, you might, of course, wonder, well, why can't we put another modest 283,000%? Again, it's based on the market capitalization. And back over here, the market capitalization was in the tens of millions or so. And so it was much easier to move the market cap back then than it is today. Now, Ethereum's the number 2 cryptocurrency. It likely will stand the test of time, and it's probably going to stay number 2. I don't think it's going to overtake Bitcoin. I understand some Ethereum bulls might not want to hear that. This is just what I personally think, right? Bitcoin 1, Ethereum 2, that's where they belong, in my opinion. Now, where are we on the Ether Bitcoin valuation? Well, I mean, again, at the end of the day, these are just lines on a chart. They're not meant for you to take to the bank or anything like that. If we were to just take a line up to the top of the uptrend channel, we're looking at another 12%. And for an invariant Bitcoin, where would that get the price of Ethereum? So if Ethereum were to go up another 12% from these prices, where would it put us? Okay, let's go up 12%. We'd be looking at approximately 28.38. So we're fully aware, I think everyone's fully aware that Ethereum can conquer $2,600 in the short term. Okay, I don't think there's anything necessarily precluding it. We already know the Ethereum Bitcoin valuation can go there, even in this move, if this uptrend channel is to be believed. And in the grand scheme of where we should be headed, a valuation of 0.05 is not that much to even write home about. So I do think that $2,600 is not that tall of an order. Remember, it wasn't that long ago when Bitcoin was at like $60,000 and Ethereum was flirting with these levels. Now Bitcoin's down at 53,000, 54,000, and Ethereum is still at 25, 26. So you see that strength in the Ether Bitcoin valuation, and that strength, this momentum shift is what we like to take advantage of. Okay, remember, these momentum shifts will occur time and time again. Don't get super fearful on the way down, because generally it just leads to the same thing. We just go back up. And we've been doing it since 2019 with the Ether Bitcoin valuation, and that's excluding the entirety of the prior bull market. So starting in 2019, if we just assumed that Ethereum started existing here, it's just been moving up. It's just been moving up, and at least the past gives us some idea as to where it could be headed, some idea, because we've seen it go to these valuations before. Now, the supply of Ethereum is not constant, so using the exact price might not be the fairest valuation. At the same time, a lot of people don't necessarily take that into account. They just look at prior valuations against Bitcoin. So where we're heading, where Ethereum is heading, is the same direction it's been heading for a long time. The battle for 2,500 will continue. If the bears win in the short term, we always need to remember that they should be friendly neighborhood bears and not the angry bears that'll take us down 85%. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below. Remember to check out the premium list at intothecryptoverse.com if you want access to exclusive content. We have the first Into the Cryptoverse NFT coming here very soon for the premium list. Thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, turn on your alerts, and I will see you next time. Bye.